Now, this is the advice I give parents, but I want you to give me advice. Try to let your kids know that nothing's off limits and
Hmm.
that no matter what they tell you, you're going to listen, you're not going to freak out as best you
Yeah.
can, and you're not going to shame them or blame them so that they can feel that you're safe and you're their safe person. Does that
Hmm.
work? Is that good advice?
I think that's great advice, especially if we're talking about grooming. Um, Children have been drawn away and have created safe spaces with strangers. So I think that that could potentially reflect the lack of authenticity in your relationship with your children, and that might not always be true, but it could be. So I think really being intentional that when you have a conversation with your children, that you're not reflecting that they're in trouble. You're not reflecting that they're doing something wrong. Um,
Right.
you're not reacting out of fear or anger when you potentially discover that these things are happening. But you say, I've noticed you spent a lot more time on the game recently, or you've been, you know, me and your father, whatever, noticed that you're consuming this content online. Like, do you want to tell us about that? Like, and even offering a space for you to be vulnerable and say, like, if this is something that was part of your life or is part of your life, like, yeah, actually, you consume this. And when I was a kid, like, I watched a lot of this content and this is what it did. Um, and so just meeting your kid in vulnerability without expecting them to pour out and explain themselves and not
Right.
meeting them there, because that can be detrimental to your relationship.